Sin. Yeah. Check it. Yeah. Look. Heavyweight, this the heavyweight. Heavyweight, this the heavyweight. Heavyweight, this the heavy.
Everything y'all niggas do, I don't do. I do the other thing. Everything y'all niggas go across the street that way, I'm going up. Holla at your boy. I do other things, man. I don't do what y'all niggas do. I don't do what niggas do. I don't watch niggas money. I don't care. I just do what I do. That shit. Everything.
Yo, what up, YouTube? Welcome to Sinn-Take, man. My name is Sin, coming back with another one, man. And I wanted y'all to see that clip, right? Because I want y'all to have that same energy, not only for the rest of this year, but the rest of your time on this journey. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, this is lifelong, you know what I mean? But I want y'all to keep this same energy, just like in that clip. I think that's Max B, but I'm not sure, you know, because that's an old clip. But at the end of the day, man, everything that everybody else doing, continue to do the opposite. You know what I'm saying? Continue to do the opposite, man. Like I said, when you do that, you separate yourself from the crowd. You know, and 9 times out of 10, where everybody else going, where you see the majority going, listen, it ain't nothing there for you. It's a lot of negative shit that's in that crowd over there that you looking at, that looks intriguing, that looks tempting where you want to go, bruh. But that ain't the way to go. When you see everybody go that way, you go that way. You know what I'm saying? Listen, that is what's gonna get you closer to your goals. That's what's gonna get you closer to your dreams. Not following in the footsteps of everybody else. Not doing the same thing that everybody else is doing. You gotta understand that you are different. You are chosen. Your level of focus is more different, enhanced than everybody else's. You gotta remember that moving forward. God didn't put you on this journey to continue doing what everybody else is doing. He wanted to separate you. You gotta understand, the Most High wanted to separate you. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, continue to do shit different from even how you used to do it. You gotta switch up your whole shit. And when everybody go one way, you gotta go the other way. You are gonna stand out. You are gonna find things easier than everybody else is. The things that you're looking for, the things that you want out of life, it's gonna be easy for you to navigate and get those things. You know what I'm saying? You already putting in work, so it's gonna be nothing. And guess what? You ain't gotta fight and crawl and do all of that other shit that most people do when they in the crowd. You know what I mean? When you got a crowd doing the same thing in one direction, listen, you gotta deal with a lot of backdoor shit. You gotta deal with a lot of fake people. You gotta deal with a lot of hating. You got to deal with people out here blackballing. You got to deal with a bunch of nonsense, a bunch of bullshit that come with doing the same shit that everybody else is doing. It become cutthroat. So to avoid all of that, you need to go in the opposite direction. I don't care what you think about it. Yeah, it might seem different. It might seem it might seem corny. It might seem boring. It might seem like nothing is over there. But trust me, everything you need is over there. It look empty. It look empty, but that's the way it's supposed to be. You got that space now, in that space where you think is empty, where you going, where the crowd ain't at, to create your own. That's why I seem empty, because you not there yet. When you get there and all your ideas start to formulate and you fill that room with everything that you have to offer, it ain't gonna be so empty. But you wanna be in an empty space, bro, where everybody else at ain't where it's at. That's why it seems so boring and empty over there. That's why it ain't nobody over there, bruh, because ain't nobody doing that. Even when you bring up this journey, ain't nobody doing this. So you got space to operate. How you mad at space to operate, bruh? I always want space to operate. Nigga, I'm claustrophobic. I don't like being around a lot of people. I don't like being in tight spaces. I'm in an apartment now, and I still want it spacey, bruh. It's getting a little crowded up in here, too, and it's just 3 of us, bruh. I'm trying to get out of here so I can get more space. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta understand, you gotta separate yourself from everybody else. When you see a space that's empty, you go to that area where you don't see many people at, where you don't see many people doing something, you go to there and you go pursue that if that's what you want to do. But don't go over there where everybody else at. Everybody rappers these days, bruh. Everybody hoopers these days, bruh. Everybody doing the same shit. Everybody in the streets, bruh. You let them tell it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody smoking, everybody drinking, everybody on Instagram and TikTok and doing all of this shit. Everybody on YouTube, bro. So if you see a space that's empty that you interested in and that you want that you might be able to excel at and excel in, bro, go there, go explore that. You motherfucking listen, you gotta think in that manner. You gotta think like you a navigator, bruh, and you an explorer, and you gonna go and you gonna make something out of nothing. It's like you just ran up on 100 acres that's unoccupied, and because you found it, it's all yours, bro. That's what you gotta do. Look at it in that sense, bro. You just found 100 acres, dog. You just found a bunch of space for you to create. And that's what you gotta do too, man, because if you're around too many people, bro, you go where everybody else going, it's hard for you to create. You can barely think, let alone be able to create some type of masterpiece. You ain't gonna be able to create no masterpiece. You ain't gonna be able to grow where you gonna have a bunch of crabbing and barrel ass motherfuckers pulling you down, hating on you, blackballing you, backstabbing you, backdoing you, all of that shit. Everybody doing the same thing. You see it in the music industry. You know what I'm saying? You see it in all types of shit where you see too many people at. You know what I mean? You gonna run into the scams and everything that way. You know what I'm saying? You got all of this Bitcoin shit going on, the NFTs, people getting scammed up the ass because that's where everybody going. And there's nothing wrong with you going over there and studying that field and all of that shit, seeing how to get money too. But guess what? You still got to know how to navigate through that shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, at the end of the day though, where everybody at, bruh, that's where all of the nonsense is happening at. That's where all of the bullshit is at. So if you see an open space, if you see a bunch of people heading in one direction, bruh, you try to find another way. Not saying that you can't go in that field, but guess what? While everybody going through the door, you go through the window. You know what I'm saying? Or you go through the back door, you find another way, go through the chimney, but don't go the same route that everybody going, bruh. Because you can't stand out that way. Nobody will discover you that way. Nobody is gonna be able to find you that way. You gotta go to a space where you could build something and create something where motherfuckers ain't gonna have no choice but to see you. You know, fuck, don't find me, don't discover me, nigga. I'ma build something where you gon' see me. You know what I mean, motherfucker? I find you. You ain't gonna listen, bruh. That's how you should think. Don't think, oh, I need somebody to find me. I need somebody to discover me. No, you gonna create your own lane in your own space, and motherfuckers ain't gonna have no choice but to pay attention to you, dog. But when you go the same route, doing the same thing that everybody else doing, bruh, listen, you just gonna blend in with everybody else. It's like seeing a crowd full of motherfuckers with Chief Keef dreads and doing the same shit, nigga. Doing the same shit. Verses sounding the same, rapping the same, talking about the same shit, bro. Listen, bro, don't do that. Go a different route. Do something different. Go to that empty space where you see it ain't occupied at, nigga. That's where the love is at. That's where you can create and form something that, nigga, that's where your life is at. That's where your dreams is at. It look empty, it look boring, it look cheesy, it look corny. Who gives a fuck? Pick up something and do it. Build something, create something, nigga. Why make it hard on yourself doing the same shit that everybody else doing? Fuck that. That's for the birds. That's for the motherfuckers that can't be creative, can't focus, can't do anything else. So guess what? They gonna plagiarize the next man. They gonna copy the same shit that the next man doing. They gonna follow in the herd just like sheep, nigga. You ain't no sheep, nigga. You on semen retention, nigga. You on semen retention, bruh. You doing no fap. You doing shit different right now. So why go along with everything everybody else doing? You know what I'm saying? You ain't cattle, bro. These niggas out here cattle, dog. They sheep, they robots. They all want to do the same thing, and then they wonder why ain't nothing happening for them. They wondering why, you know what I mean? They shit ain't getting out there like that. It's because y'all doing the same shit. Y'all not trying to flip up nothing. This new generation ain't trying to flip up nothing that's gonna stand them outside of the crowd. So you gotta understand, if you trying to do something different, bro, flip the script up on them. Change the whole shit. If you gonna do the same thing, add something that's gonna be different than what they doing. You know, even in music, art, business, whatever you want, whatever it is, whatever field that you trying to excel in, offer something that the rest of the people don't offer. You gotta offer something that everybody else ain't got, because you gotta understand we are all special and we all bring something that the next person don't have, because we individuals. We all have a different energy. We all have a different light. You know what I'm saying? And with that, when you have a different light, listen, man, people gonna see that. They gonna see that because that's what you bring to the table. You know, we could be talking about the same thing, doing the same thing, but everybody has something different to offer. You know what I'm saying? Everybody will have their own glow. Everybody will have their own perspective of how they come at it and approach things. But these days, when you see this younger generation, they can't do that. I was just talking about it in the comments, where that's why you see a lot of these older movies being recreated, because these new writers and new motherfuckers that shoot these movies, they not as creative as they was back in the day. So they have no originality. So guess what? They just gonna keep redoing these older movies. And see, if you was an 80s baby like me, you know what I'm saying? You got a chance to see the most original shit. Poltergeist, original. You got to go through some of these 80s movies and these 90s movies. It was more creative. So now these ones can't write the same shit. They can't do the same shit. So what they gonna do? They just gonna recreate the same shit. They just gonna do it. They gonna do the same movies over and over. You know, that's just the times we live in. But you got these niggas, you got these motherfuckers doing the same shit, because they not original. They can't think outside of the box. They don't have the level of focus like you. So you got to take advantage of this power that you have. When you see everybody going one way, go the other, bruh. You holding in your energy, bruh. Listen, you got to understand that your life force is a creative energy. So you will be able to create and build in that empty space, dog. You can't build around the crowd, though. It's too crowded. So you gotta go away from everybody else, bruh. This journey right here taking you away from everybody, bruh, as it should. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be in a club with everybody else doing the same shit, smoking the same shit, drinking the same shit. You know what I mean? In the streets doing the same shit, everybody doing the same shit. We gonna kill each other. And that's what we doing. That's what we see. We see motherfuckers, we doing the same shit. So guess what? We may as well just kill each other, because we ain't got nothing else to do. We doing the same shit. We under the influence. Nigga, we all fucking the same hoes. Listen, we may as well just dead each other right now. So that's why it's important for you to separate yourself from all that shit. So you got room and space to build, room and space to create, room and space to elevate, nigga. That's where it's at, bruh. It may look a certain type of way now, but it's like you buying a new house, right? You bought a new house, but the house ain't brand new. But you starting to see the potential in that empty house, and you starting to see the things that you could create and fix up in that house. You always, when you go get a house, it's always gonna be things that you have to work on. But guess what? That's gonna be your house. That's gonna be your space, nigga. You know, that ain't an apartment no more that you don't own. You gonna have a house and a space to be able to create and operate. So look at it that way. When these niggas, man, when they all running in the same direction, nigga, you go the other direction, all right? And that's my word, man. My name Sinn, it's Sinn-Take. Holla at y'all later, man. Peace.
First I'ma get on my grind, then second stop wasting my time on shit less important. If ain't about money, I'm going the other direction. And third, I'ma do what I gotta to eat. Fourth, I'ma sew up the streets. Fifth, I'ma never quit dropping this heat. So as long as I'm breathing, you better get used to me. Sixth, I'ma get